The Mitsubishi is an inline console, meaning it has two signals in every channel strip. They have the line signal, which is controlled with a fader, and I've got an oscillator in that, so that's the line input or the return of the multi-track. Then you have a microphone signal, which is controlled by the blue level knob. Now I've got a music playing in the studio and a microphone out in the studio, so that's the mic signal. So those are the two signals, one for line and one for mic, which the Mitsubishi calls channel. You'll also see mix A and B right above there, so that sends the line level to the mix bus. Not the channel, the mic level, it sends the line level to the mix bus. Right above the fader we have the filters. There's a low pass filter and a high pass filter, and the two together make a band pass filter. Also important to note, there's a channel button, the CH. So you have an inline console with a line signal and a mic signal in the same strip. So pressing the channel button here now makes the filter set for the mic signal. If it's up, set for the line signal.
Never gonna mend. Playing the blues can ease my pain. My guitar's my only friend.
Now we'll look at the equalizer. We have a 4-band fully parametric equalizer. I can adjust the Q, the frequency, and the gain, cut or boost. The top and bottom bands default to shelf unless you hit the peak button. Then the peak button just makes that a peak EQ, but otherwise it's a shelf EQ. So for example, on the top band, if I had 10 kilohertz boosted, I'd be boosting 10 kilohertz and everything above. Where with the peak setting, I would just be boosting 10 kilohertz itself. Now, there's also a channel button that determines if this is for the return of the multi-track or the mic. If it's the mic, then I'm sending the EQ to the multi-track. If the channel button's up, it's the line return. I'm going to demonstrate the Q. A very small Q, a small number, is a wide range of frequencies. If the Q is set very large, a large Q number, it's a very narrow range of frequencies, and I'll show you that.
I come for a night and then I'm gone for a year. Let me hear you tell me that you love me, dear. Give me the money, you can keep the fame, but when I get the blues, I'm on the road again. I'm on the road again. Running from sorrow. I'm on the road again. Here today, gone tomorrow. On the road again. It never seems to end. Kiss me, babe, I'm on the road.
These are the first 8 auxiliary sends. Now there's 16 sends per channel, and you can see the knob, the blue knob is send 1, and the knob below it is send 2. The next blue knob is send 3. The knob below that is send 4. Now the next blue knob is stereo. That's send 5 and 6. And then the knob below it is a pan, to pan between 5 and 6. The next blue knob is send 7 and 8, also stereo. And the knob below that is a pan, to pan between send 7 and 8. I generally use send 7 and 8 to make headphone mixes, and I use the other sends for auxiliary sends. Now the button, it's hard to see on top, send 1 button. The next one is send 2. And then a pre or post. So we want that pre-fader send if it's for headphones. If we're mixing, we want that post-fader send, so that should be up. Now, very important, the channel selects if you're going to affect the line signal or the mic signal. When the channel button's pressed down, you're affecting the mic signal. If you're doing the line, then that channel button has to be up. The next button, again, hard to see, number 3, send 3, and then send 4. Pre or post again, and again a channel button to select between mic or line. Then the next button is send 5, and then send 6, pre or post there, and then channel for selecting mic. The next one is send 7, send 8, pre or post again, and a channel button. Now I'm going to turn up the music, and we're going to turn on send 1, and you'll hear send 1 returning. I've got send 1 returning in the master section. And now we'll turn up send 1. So send 1 is normaled to the delay unit. You don't have to patch it. It's normaled in the patch bay. So if you turn up send 1, it automatically goes to the delay unit. You have to make sure the send 1 master is up. And then we were monitoring on the send 1 return, so it's return 1, and we're monitoring that in the master section of the console. The next thing is the mic trim, so we've turned that up. That's the trim for the microphone. And then there's a pad, which pads the mic signal. So that turns the mic signal down 20 dB. And above that is a phantom power. So if we're using a condenser microphone, the phantom power button will give it the power it needs. So that's for phantom. Right there it says fan. And that's the mic trim. That adjusts the input of the mic preamp. At the very top of the strip, we have sends 9 to 16. So those are sends 9 to 16, and the send masters are in the master section of the console. The very top black button there on the right is a bus trim. So if you're using the buses, that's the bus master, that black knob there. Below it is a bus pan. So if you have a channel being sent to 2 buses, that pans between the 2 buses, and you have to select the pan button right below it. Yeah. Below that is the dump button. Now the dump button takes the line signal and dumps it into the bus, because the console defaults to the microphone being sent to the bus. So if you're trying to take a bunch of line signals and bus them somewhere, or you want to send a line signal to the multi-track, you do need to press the dump button. The next button below is Mix A or Mix B. Now that's for the microphone signal. Remember, this is an inline console that has 2 signals. The line signal, Mix A and Mix B, are towards the bottom of the console, but the very top is Mix A or Mix B for the mic signal. So if you want to monitor the mic signal in the control room, you can hit Mix A or Mix B there. Then we have a direct button. Now the direct button should be pressed when you're using the console. So if you have a microphone there in 21 and you're sending that to the multi-track, you're going to have to come out of channel out in the patch bay into the Pro Tools. You have to have the direct button pressed. Solo sends the mic signal soloed. So if you're monitoring a bunch of mic signals and you want a solo one, you press the solo button. The black knob is a line trim, so that trims the line signal into the console. So the return of the multi-track, if the signal is too hot or not hot enough, you can adjust the line trim there, and that pulls up the line level signal. So that's the multi-track return, not the microphone.